Hey everybody, how's it going? Packside Gaming here. So we're working on a rather lengthy video in God of War that's going to be for all of the Valkyrie encounters, as well as the very last encounter, which gives you the gold trophy. It's named Chooser of the Slain, so it's for defeating all 9 Valkyries, okay? So the first thing you're going to need to do is retrieve this story-based item. This is the magic chisel. After you defeat Magni and Modi, that's one thing you'll need, okay? This chisel gains you access through these doors to the chambers where some of the Valkyries actually lay. Beyond that, you are going to also need to learn both languages. Again, forgive me, Muspelheim and Niflheim, right? So you need to learn both of those languages. I'm going to post videos on kind of a tutorial of how to obtain each of those, but they're cipher pieces that you need to collect that will gain you access to both of those realms, in which a Valkyrie does exist in both of those. Okay, so the nice thing about it is once you've retrieved the chisel and you've at least defeated a single Valkyrie, the rest of them will show up on your map here. So you'll be able to see all the Valkyries between the realms as well, so just be aware of that. They're not all in Midgard. Some of them are in Hell. They're in those other 2 places that I mentioned that I can't pronounce. So you'll be able to see each Valkyrie on your map. My recommendation personally is to wait until you've completed the game. Wait until some of your stats are higher, you're stronger, your defense is higher, because these things are extremely difficult, especially once you start to get to the end. The other recommendation I would make is to be sure that you have a resurrection stone. So if you have a resurrection stone, that means that when you die, your son will run over with a resurrection stone, wake you back up, give you a little bit of boost of power there too. So once you've completed all the Valkyries, you'll go to this High Council area here, and you will place each helmet of those Valkyries on their corresponding chairs, and that will summon the 9th Valkyrie, the Queen Valkyrie. Okay, so the first couple here weren't too difficult. I'm not going to talk through all of these, but I am going to chime back in as soon as we get to some of the parts that I need to just explain away a little bit. But as you can see here, this Valkyrie, not too difficult because it also has enemies along with it. So if you need to, just continue through these. If you feel like you could get them next time, if you happen to die and you're like, oh man, I was so close, just keep at it. I'll full disclosure, especially with the last one, I died a bunch, right? So don't get discouraged. If you feel like you need to step away and maybe go collect some more materials or gain some more stat upgrades, or if you need to just return to the dwarves and have them mess with your axe or your blades or any sort of shielding that you might have, so just be aware of that. But I'm going to let some of this run through, and I'm going to chime back in for a couple of these other ones.
You have freed me from my corrupted form. You have my eternal gratitude. But my sisters remain trapped as I was. Take my helm. Find them. Free them. The fate of the Valkyries rests on your shoulders.
fate of the Valkyries.
Sounds pretty important.
That's putting it mildly, lad.
What do you know of them?
A fair question, and yet not one easily answered. I know more than most, but much of their history is veiled in secrecy. My own experience with the Valkyries ends with my imprisonment.
You are avoiding the question ahead.
As I said, brother, it's complicated. I don't know why or how they become such wretched creatures. Perhaps if we could free more of them.
You want us to fight more of those things?
The fate of the Valkyries, lad. A more worthy endeavor there is not.
It will be dangerous.
Well, that hasn't stopped you before, eh? That's the spirit. Fire, right side! That one, brother. On your right! Okay, brother.
Thank you for releasing my physical form. I have only gratitude.
Why were you trapped?
I am uncertain. My mind still fragmented. The Coucil of Valkyries. It is the last thing I remember.
The what?
Valhalla awaits. I must return.
The Coucil of Valkyries.
What is that, Mimir?
It's a council chamber of sorts, hidden away in Midgard. The Valkyries would often need a place to confer outside of Odin's prying eyes. They thought themselves properly concealed, but the All-Father sees all, so the saying goes.
Where is it?
We weren't far from it on our way to Thormur's Chisel. The entrance is to the left of the two oarsmen statues.
You failed to mention this at the time.
Didn't think we'd be hunting down Valkyries at the time, brother.
Think we'll find out why the Valkyries are like this?
That chamber held a special significance for them. We'll find something there, I'm certain of it.
Alright, so this one is going to be in the realm of Muspelheim, Muspelheim, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm sure I am, but at any rate, this is going to be in the realm where all of the trials exist, and so you have to go through each of these trials. There's going to be a sword in the ground for each trial, and you have to complete a couple of them to get beyond up to the next trial, and then all the way at the top of this volcano here is the Valkyrie, right? Not too difficult. I did have to restart a couple times. Admittedly so, with a few of these, I did have to go back to the dwarves and kind of cater my armor and my weaponry to each Valkyrie, because they do have different tactics and different attacks. Some of them are similar, but some of them are a little more aggressive. This one, for example, you do want to kind of keep your distance and make sure you're rolling a lot, all right? But beyond that, like I mentioned, make sure you have a resurrection stone, because that's exactly what I used right here, and it got me through this battle. So different resurrection stones do different things. I typically find this one a little more valuable, that gives you the full Spartan meter so that you can attack aggressively and you'll regain health at that point too. So hopefully this helps you guys out. I am going to be posting another video on how to collect all of the ciphers for this particular language so you can gain access to this realm. But like I mentioned before, it's a little easier if you just wait until the game is complete. A lot of these things aren't necessarily missable, but you know, you can escape them a little bit if you need to. For example, this realm and the other realm that I needed the ciphers for, I didn't even visit until I had completed the entire game beyond that anyway. So all of this is taking place after the fact. But hopefully this helps you guys out. I'm going to chime back in for the next one as well.
Freedom.
That's right, milady. You are free.
You have destroyed my physical form. I have nothing to give but my gratitude.
I guess that's all we need.
Gratitude does not pay for weapon upkeep, boy.
Valhalla awaits. Farewell.
Another Valkyrie rescued. Although, you'd think if they wanted to be killed, it'd make it a little easier for us.
Not sure they even have a choice in the matter, lad.
What do you mean?
Whatever made them this way, they are mad with rage.
How do you know?
I know.
Alright guys, so this is Niflheim. This is the other realm where you need all of the ciphers to actually unlock it. And again, I'll be posting a video on those ciphers as well. But as soon as you get down inside here, hopefully this looks familiar to you if you're familiar with this realm. It is a chamber of sorts, a labyrinth, if you will, where you have to weave in and out of all of these dangerous, these blades and the walls that close in on you, right? All of these traps that exist, and they are random. They change every single time. So in order to get to this Valkyrie, the first thing you're going to want to do is go left from that center chamber area, right? And then just kind of stay to the left. If there's no other option but to go right, then go right. But if you have a left option, you want to go left. All right, so the Valkyrie is all the way far left in an area all its own. Once you're inside here, not too difficult, okay? If you happen to die, you are going to be brought all the way back to the beginning where we started this video. But beyond that, you will need the cipher pieces to gain access to this realm, if I haven't made that abundantly clear already. And this is going to be the fourth Valkyrie that I actually defeated, and then beyond that, I'm just going to leave it open for you guys to kind of watch the rest of it at your leisure, okay, for the remainder of them. And then I'm going to chime back in actually for the very last one, just to make a couple of points for you guys, but hopefully this helps you guys out.
Freedom.
Yes. You are free now.
My sisters, have they suffered the same fate?
Yes. But we'll save them.
You are both very brave. I wish you luck. Valhalla awaits.
Both? She didn't even notice me.
If they want to be saved, why do they put up such a fight?
They are fierce opponents. It is good for you.
You know, most parents just want their children to get a full night's sleep.
Prepare yourself. Focus up, boy.
Joyous day indeed.
Oof, this one is louder than the last.
Milady, please tell us. Why were you in this physical form? Why fight us?
I do not know. The soul of a Valkyrie cannot remain pure in a physical body. We belong in the spirit world, which is where I now go. Goodbye!
Somebody made them this way. Who and why?
I wouldn't want to speculate.
You know something.
Ah, Mimir, smartest man alive. I know many things.
Head.
SIGRUN, the Queen of the Valkyries. She would have that power. The last time I saw her, she was corporeal herself. She came to visit me long after I'd been imprisoned by Odin.
Why?
Well, we had history, I guess you could say.
Like, romantic history?
Ah, lad, you're making me blush, I think. Can I still blush?
It's another Valkyrie. Are we doing this?
On my action.
freed me.
Who did this to you?
I remember only pain. And my queen. She locked me down here? But why?
Ah, SIGRUN.
I must leave you now. I must find her. I must remember.
Sounds like your queen is responsible, Head.
Aye. When I saw her last, she was different. Changed. And not just that she was in physical form. She was more volatile. I tried to talk to her about it, but she had just come to say goodbye.
I'm sorry, Mother. We'll find her.
Not sure she wants to be found. I just don't understand why she would do this. It doesn't make a lick of sense.
And if she is responsible?
Then we'll have to stop her. The Valkyries must be freed, and we're the only ones capable.
We?
Well, who do you think's gonna watch your back? Good luck, friends!
Thank you. I am free. But why was I imprisoned?
We think your queen did this to you.
But why would SIGRUN hinder our duty?
That's the mystery we're trying to solve, milady. Can you think of any reason she would have to do this?
No. Without the Valkyries, those who died in battle will not see Valhalla. Helheim will overflow with the souls of the departed and drown Midgard in a sea of vengeful corpses. No greater shame exists for a Valkyrie. I must go. Attempt to staunch the bleeding. Farewell.
I believe you have your answer, Head. The Queen opposes Odin. She imprisoned the Valkyries to defy him.
SIGRUN hated Odin, no doubt about that. Her duty, her responsibility. Would she really forsake these things to get back at Odin? I don't believe it.
I do. Hate is stronger than duty.
We have to find the queen. We have to stop her. I'm sorry. Mimir.
Aye, don't be sorry, lad. SIGRUN brought this on herself. Only wish... Well, wishing only gets you so far.
How will we find her?
I'm afraid I don't know. She could be anywhere, any realm.
We'll find her. We have to. All of Midgard is counting on us. It's another Valkyrie. Can we try to free her?
We can't just leave her like this, brother.
Do not rush me, Ed. When we are prepared, I will attack. Attack!
Freedom.
Where is your queen?
My queen?
She did this to you. She's letting the dead take over Midgard.
This cannot be.
I didn't want to believe it either, milady. But we have to find her.
Where is she?
I can't say for sure, but... the Coucil of Valkyries. If the Council of Eight are reunited, perhaps she will answer our call.
Council of Eight. Looks like this was our last one.
Aye, lad. On to the Coucil of Valkyries then. If you remember, it's next to the two oarsman statues on the path we took to Thamur's chisel.
This queen of yours. She is strong, yes? Stronger than these other Valkyries we have faced.
That's putting it mildly, brother.
Then we must prepare ourselves.
This is it, right? The Rockstall?
Alright guys, so we've defeated all 8 Valkyries. We've made it from the dwarves in the center of Midgard over here. We got into a boat and we wandered over here to the High Council area for the Valkyrie. Alright, so the Valkyries all sit here, or they used to anyways. And so what you're doing is you're going to place each of these helmets on the chairs corresponding to where they're supposed to be sitting. You don't actually have to match them up. The game will do it for you. And as you defeat each Valkyrie, you could come back in here and just place the helmet on there if you wanted to. I just waited until I completed all of them because it really doesn't matter one way or the other. Once you've placed all of the heads, you can press triangle to get a little bit more information for each of them, but it's neither here nor there. So once you've actually placed all of the helmets on these chairs, a realm tear will exist inside the center here, and once that appears, you'll approach it, and then that's where the very last Valkyrie, the Queen Valkyrie, comes out. And let me just preface by saying this was probably one of the most difficult battles in the game. Rightfully so, right? So it's worth a gold trophy, definitely worth the payoff at the end, but I can't tell you how many times I had to retry this over and over again, which is why I cannot stress enough, if you need to, just step away from all of this for a little while, go get yourself some good armor, some good weaponry, level everything up real nice, make sure you have a resurrection stone, and beyond that, you should be somewhat of a match for this person. Even still, it's going to be extremely difficult. The other thing I can definitely suggest is make sure you familiarize yourself with each Valkyrie's attacks, right? Because they're all different, and then they're all kind of culminated into one with this queen here. So they assemble into a really nice, just single battle, and it's extremely difficult, but definitely worth the payoff. So I'm gonna let this one go. Hopefully this helps you guys out. Make sure you subscribe to Pakistan Gaming. Thanks for watching, guys. We will catch you next time.
Okay, brother?
I'm coming to you! Got one.
Thank you, friends. You have saved the Valkyries.
SIGRUN, how did this happen?
Mimir, is that you? You have been freed, but
Freedom comes at a price, milady.
you speak truly. Countless winters we served the All-Father, but only through his union to the Queen did we ever taste some measure of freedom.
But aren't you the queen?
There has only been one Queen of the Valkyries, the goddess Freya.
When Odin severed her wings, I served in her absence, but it wasn't enough for the Allfather. He used an archaic piece of magic, corrupting my sisters. I tried to contain the damage by imprisoning them in places where they could cause no harm, but soon I lost myself as well.
SIGRUN, I'm sorry for being so worthless. I could have done something, or tried at the very least. What will you do now?
I must reunite with my sisters. Together we can restore balance to the realms. You have the eternal blessings of the Valkyries.
Well, we did it, I suppose.
You don't sound very happy about it.
It's difficult to be happy about anything when you're a reanimated head. I'm grateful we were able to set the Valkyries free. But so much of this could have been avoided, if only...
You said it yourself, Head. It does not matter anymore. The past is the past.
Well, that's awfully cheerful coming from you.
I am in a good mood. The dwarves will make use of this helm.
Your dad's a wee bit single-minded, isn't he, lad?
Definitely.